Thank you everyone for tuning in to Banks Boys Motors. Today we're diving into a series of repairs on my beautiful 2017 Alfa Romeo Giulia, commonly referred to as the Q4. We'll be working our way front to back for various different repairs that I will be laying out across several videos, where I'll be pointing out the difficulty as well as the commonality. Enough of that, let's get started. In this first video, we're going to be replacing a coolant line, specifically the coolant hose heater core. I do want to add full disclaimer that this video is a tad bit different from the others you will see. This is because commonly, many people talk about the plastic bleeder screw, but not the hose itself. Let's begin. What is it? A cooling hose heater core refers to a hose that connects to a heater core within a car's cooling system and includes a small screw, bleed screw, located at the highest point of that hose, allowing trapped air to be released from the system when the screw is loosened, ensuring proper coolant circulation and preventing overheating issues. Essentially, it's a mechanism to bleed out of the heater core unit. So what happens when the coolant hose fails or does not operate properly? Something I've seen as a common trend is the dreaded electronic throttle warning, which is something that I myself have experienced in the past. Another sign is the smell of coolant and stains of coolant around the engine. This is something that you will see around my engine as I put the hose back on. But please note that there is another common repair that is in the same area of the hose that could also be causing coolant to leak as well. I have already done this repair a couple of years ago, but essentially there are two rubber washers that need to be replaced to prevent further coolant leaking. The last and most obvious indicator is that the hose is failed and there is no coolant in the reservoir, and the reservoir does not have a leak. This means the coolant is going somewhere, and this is more than likely the culprit. When it comes to the difficulty, I will rate this about a 6. This is due to the clamps that need to be taken out from the old hose. I just did not have the right tools at the time. I do recommend when adding the new hose that you buy a screwable clamp that you see me using in the beginning of the video, and it can be screwed on with a screwdriver or ratchet on, unless you have the proper clamps and wrench. When it comes to commonality, I would say that this repair is pretty common among Giulia owners. You will find it all over the forums, and hopefully this video helps if you run into problems as well. When it comes to the alternative repairs, majority of the time, instead of replacing the whole hose, one may need to just replace the plastic bleeder screw. But what happens if it breaks? Well, many have expressed how they have had success with heating a screwdriver and then melting the rest of the plastic screw enough to twist it out. I did try this, however I was not successful and did not want to try again with fear of the installation that is above my area. Lastly, I do want to shout out Jason from Alfismo, who sells not only the whole coolant hose but also the metal bleeder screw to replace the GMS old plastic screw. Even if it is not broken, I do highly recommend replacing it regardless. Well, that is it for now. Thank you for watching this particular series on the coolant hose repair. And until next time, take care.